All right, Kenny Smith, Total Force Holdings. We're going to continue our caliber war, but we're going to start moving from handguns into the modern PDW. All right, by PDW, I mean the personal defense weapons. Now, these are typically bigger than a pistol, smaller than a full-size rifle. Some of them, like the cartridge for the weapon associated with the cartridge we're going to talk about today, are just a really big pistol, and that would be the 7.5 FK BRNO, 7.5 millimeter. This is a very new and very unique round that I kind of like. Okay. What you're dealing with is you're shooting right at a 30 caliber bullet. All right, it's listed. It's 7.51 millimeters. Case length is going to be 27 millimeters, so you got 7.5 by 27. And this is kind of what you're going to see in a lot of the PDW type cartridges. Is they're small compared to rifle cartridges, like 7.5 by 27. But where this really starts to get you is, yeah, it only shoots a 95 grain bullet. You're right. But that 95 grain bullet is stepping out at 2,000 feet per second. Okay? It ain't no joke. So you got a 7.5 grain bullet, 2,000 feet per second, roughly 800 pound-feet of energy. And BRNO actually does a couple of different flavors of it. They've got one that's like a flat nose solid, and it is very much meant to cut a very, very deep wound channel. Big flat mapla. Accurate, effective, according to them, for medium game hunting or personal defense, up to 300 pounds at 100 yards, and dangerous game up to 500 pounds at 50 yards. They do a conventional jacketed hollow point, which is obviously going to be quite effective on people at that kind of velocity. It's the Sierra jacketed hollow point. They do a solid copper discarding hollow point, so it's gonna shed it. Yeah. It's saying it's accurate and effective for defense and medium game hunting up to 200 pounds at 100 yards out of a pistol. And they do all copper monolithic. It's like an open tip match. And it's going to be accurate and effective for tactical use up to 150 yards and dangerous game hunting up to 500 pounds at 50 yards. And that's the whole concept of a personal defense weapon. It's to give you more effective range than you could possibly get with a pistol. Now, the theory also is that it's easier to shoot than with a pistol. But to my knowledge, the only firearm chambering the 7.5 FK BRNO is the FK BRNO pistol. I want to say that it's the field model. It's big, it's heavy. It could be converted to 10 millimeter, if that tells you anything. And some of the comparisons, if you look at the 7.5 FK BRNO compared to 10 millimeter, the 10 millimeter, if you're shooting 180 grain stuff, is stepping out at under 1,200 feet per second. The 7.5K BRNO 95 grains is clipping 2,000. So you're still talking about, while the 10 millimeter is heavier and slower, the 7.5 FK BRNO still going to get it done quite well.